It's now been about 45 minutes for me, so we're going to check it. And it's not good, is it? I've got a better method for that. Okay, so I made creme brulee for about the first time about 2 days ago. I told my mum about it, and now she wants me to make her some. The recipe I use will be linked in the description. It's not my recipe, I just copied someone's. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, eggs. We're going to separate about 6 eggs from the whites and the yolks. So, don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. Down the half, split it open, okay. And the yolk should pour out just like that. Then we go back and forth between the shells, dumping out that white when you do. Okay, we'll just do this 6 more times. Okay, after putting your eggs into your jar, well, you can't see, after putting the eggs into your measuring jug, we're going to wash our hands. We're going to set aside these whites. Okay, our second ingredient, sugar. Yes, that is perfectly in frame. For every egg yolk, we want 1 tablespoon of sugar. So that's 6 egg yolks, so you can do maths. 6 tablespoons of sugar. Try not to throw it everywhere like I just have then. Next, what we're going to do is get a fork and really mix that together. That seems about right to me, that. It might be a little bit grainy from all the sugar you put in. It is quite a lot of sugar. We are going to be using quite a lot of cream as well. So let's just keep that in there. Don't have to take it out and wash it. Now we have our vanilla extract. You can, I guess, use, I don't know, vanilla paste or vanilla beans, but this is simply the easiest thing to do. So just 2 tablespoons, I think, of vanilla extract. I'm just going to do 2.5 just because I can't remember how much I did last time. Mix it together. And then we take double cream. This might be called heavy cream, depending on where you're from. So, for me, I'll be filling this up to about a pint total volume. Why the fuck is it lumpy? Now just give this a good mix, a really good mix. You want to get it all incorporated together. Seems about right to me, so it looks fine. Now we're going to evenly distribute it amongst our ramekins. Just to be fancy, if you make any little mistakes like I just have there, just brush it off, paper towel, put it in the bin. Do you know what, I should have definitely moved these further in frame, shouldn't I? Whatever, I'm not going to move the camera, so that's the best you get. I have had the oven preheated on 120 degrees Celsius, or around about 250 Fahrenheit. We're now going to place our ramekins into a tray with a dish towel, preferably something that's made out, of non-melty materials like plastics and that. We put these in here. Just further in frame. And now I've got my ready boiled water. And we're just going to fill this up Ideally, you'll have a bigger tray than mine so the water goes halfway up onto the ramekins. I don't have any bigger, unfortunately. So we're just going to fill this up as much as we can without it overflowing and obviously being too dangerous to handle. So I don't want you doing this, picking it up, boiling your hands off, and come shouting at me. It was your own damn fault. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open our oven, which you can't see. Let's see if I can do some fancy camera work. Yes, look at that. Now we're going to be very, very careful picking up this tray. I'm going to put some dish towels in both my hands to pick it up. Very fucking careful doing this. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to leave that for about 45 minutes to an hour, periodically checking it to see if it is not so much set, but as a very loose jelly or jello. So I will get back to you when we are there. It's been about 45 minutes now for me, so we're just going to check this really quick, pull it out, and we see that's, so we can get, that's a bit too runny at the moment. It's kind of hard to show it on camera over this lighting, but I'm going to put this back in and periodically check it around about every 10 minutes now. Another 10 minutes later and these are ready to come out of the oven. Good way to demonstrate what they should look like if I just jiggle it about. It does look pretty undone, doesn't it? But if you let this cool down to around about room temperature and put them into your fridge to leave overnight, ideally, they should firm up quite a bit and have a nice smooth custard. Okay, I kind of completely forgot that I made this last night. But yeah, this is how you make the sugar for the top of the creme brulee. I swear in person it does not look anywhere near as yellow as it does through the camera lens. But anyway, let's get to this. So we want, for every ramekin, we want 1 tablespoon of sugar. There we go. A drop of honey or maple syrup, or as in my case, some Lyle's golden syrup. Let's just put a tiny drop in there. Or a big drop, and then some water. Okay, so there's our water in, and we're just going to stir this around until it's all nice and mixed together. I don't know, let's say that's good enough. It's not, I will mix it some more. Then we move it onto our hob. Mix it around a tiny bit more just so everything's nice and evenly distributed, and then we leave this to caramelise. You should know when it's done after it stops steaming and you get very slight whiffs, if that's the correct word, of smoke coming off the sugar. And I'll show you what that looks like in a few seconds, or immediately, because this will happen immediately for you. Okay, this is about right. I added a bit more sugar in off camera, it wasn't enough in there. So now we take this, we carefully dump it right onto here. I did this really quickly because it's usually done with 2 hands. You dump it on and you slowly and carefully move this around. I don't know, like 2 minutes have just passed, so see if this is good. Oh my god, look at that. Alright, yeah, there it is, there's my recipe done. Well, not my recipe, someone else's. I don't even know what the fuck I was doing at this point, to be honest.